I wanted to show this cheesy baked rice I'm about to make. I'm making the filling right now, which is going to be made out of ricotta cheese. About, I'd say it was 3/4 cup of ricotta cheese and a teaspoon of Parmesan cheese. I put some dry basil and dry oregano, a dash of lemon juice, and that's going to be the filling for the rice. I'm going to make it a baked rice, and I'll show you how I made it. But this is the filling right here, the ricotta cheese filling, which would be with Parmesan cheese, some dry herb seasoning, a little bit of seasoning. If you want to put a little bit of seasoning in it, you could. I'm going to put a little bit of a seasoning in it, and that's going to be my filling for it. Okay, I seasoned my ricotta with the herbs, lemon juice, and seasonings, and I think it is like, yeah, this is like 3/4 cups of ricotta cheese and a teaspoon and a half of grated Parmesan cheese, some seasonings, and I mixed it all up together. And this will be the filling that I put in on my baked rice. Okay, now I have my 2 cups of rice that I washed. I put it in my casserole dish. I have about 3 tablespoons of butter. You can put about 1 or 2 tablespoons. It depends on how much you like butter or margarine. I also put, this is margarine. I also put some seasoning in the rice. I didn't put that much because the ricotta cheese that I'm going to put in here later has a lot of seasoning. And I put together 1.5 cups of water and 1.5 cups of chicken broth or vegetable broth. I put those 2 together and I boiled them up. And I let it come to a rapid boil, and I'm going to put it inside the rice now and put it in the oven. So once I pour this in, I'm going to mix it up and put it in the oven. The oven is on 475, I believe. I'm going to put this in the oven for, I think, 20 minutes first. Check it to see how done it is. And I believe it's supposed to stay in there for about 45 minutes. And once I check and see how fluffy it is, if it's easy enough for me to put the cheese in then, or I might put the cheese in after it's finished cooking. So I'm going to let y'all see that when that happens. Okay, you see how I mixed it all up? Now it's about ready to go in the oven. Like I said, for the first 20 minutes, I'm going to fluff it after, see how cooked it is. And then I'll put it back in till about up to around 45 minutes, something to that, until it's done. And I'll let y'all see that. Now this rice has been going for 20 minutes on 475 inside the oven for the baked rice. You can see the seasoning on it, and the rice is nearly done. It's like really, it's done. But what I'm getting ready to do now is put the cheese in, and I'm also going to put some spinach. And I'm going to mix it in, and I'm going to put it into finished baking for the next, 10-15 minutes. So now I have my cheese mixture, my garden greens. These are my my salad garden greens. I use these the ones that have arugula and all that stuff. I'm using this because it tastes good heated up in the rice. I'm just using this because I don't want it to go to waste. So this is just an idea to have it, to use it. And so because the salad it's a salad. It's one of those little bag salads, and I don't want it to go to waste. So this is one of the ideas I use. I use this or spinach. You can use bag spinach or any of your fresh green leafy greens you got, or you can even use frozen if you drain them. But this is how it is. I poured a little bit of grapeseed oil in there to help the cheese mix in with the rice, and I'm going to mix it up and put it back in the oven for the next 10-15 minutes, because the rice is already done. It just needs to bake a little more with the cheese. Now I'm going to sprinkle some Parmesan cheese on top and a little bit of seasoning. So there it is. I'm going to put it back in the oven to bake for maybe another, like I said, 10 to 15 more minutes. I just sprinkled some Parmesan cheese and some seasoning, and it's really good right now. I can't wait till when it's finished baking totally. Okay, this is how the rice came out after being in the oven another 15 minutes. Then I put it up under the broiler for about 5 minutes. It's really good. The cheese is melted, in there. You see the rice cooked perfectly. Okay, I stirred my rice up a little bit. And that's what you want to do after you take it out the oven. Stir it up a little bit. And then now it's ready to serve.